Called a good win last night in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Michigan.
Right now, though, I want to bring folks' attention to Deebo Samuel, a player Washington traded for over the weekend, a receiver with a whole lot of different skills set. And, we've had guests come on and people say things didn't end poorly in San Francisco for Deebo and the organization. They just kind of ended.
Mm-hmm.
And I think anybody that is honest and adult and has been in relationships, work relationships, romantic relationships, whatever, like sometimes that happens. Like just things evolve and change and things end. And so Deebo Samuel wrote in the Players Tribune today a long, really thoughtful article. And I wanted to share some of this with our audience here. This is Deebo's own words. All right. There's no clickbait, no misquoting, no nothing. I'm reading now from Deebo Samuel's Players Tribune article that says, "Thank you, San Francisco. One day back in January, I walked into Kyle in here and have this conversation with you. The relationship that me and Kyle got is ridiculous. You can ask anybody in the building. 1 minute, he want to knock my head off, and the next, he's just going crazy, excited at something I'm doing. I've always felt like he coaches me harder than anybody else because at the end of the day, he knows I ain't no sensitive-ass player. If you tell me I messed up, I take it on the chin and go fix it instantly. But our relationship is more than just the coach and the player. Kyle knows damn near everything that I've been through in my life, and I damn near know everything he done been through. It's like that. It's a bond you could never break. So we talked it out. It was hard in its own way. But more than anything, I was just proud of the way we both handled it as men. It's funny. A few days ago, when the trade happened, I was happy because this is something that I wanted. But as the day went on, my mind just kept fading off to all these damn memories, man. The memories I got with Kyle, with John, with Brock, with Trent, it all came rushing back. And I'm like, damn, I'm not even kidding when I say the whole fairy tale played back in my mind. That's the only way I can describe it. I've come a long way from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Young kids in the neighborhood running under the streetlights, all of us with the same dream. One day, I'm going to be in the NFL. I'm going to be the one to really do it. I remember riding home from Pop Warner practice one day at Parks Hill Elementary School, and my Uncle Junior was like, bro, I'm telling you, you're going to make it to the league. Yeah, I hope so. I was like 7 years old. Now, this continues, and I think it's really well read, well written, and just heartfelt. He talks about draft night, and everything kind of continues. He had to figure out where to live in California, all these different things, right? But you kind of keep going. And Deebo has these crazy seasons. 2021, he's all pro, goes for almost 1,800 total yards from scrimmage. 2023, they go back to the Super Bowl. He goes for like 1,200 yards. He was dominant in those playoffs. This year, it didn't go right. And I think you talk about how Deebo feels now. And I'm going to read again. When the trade happened and my mind was flipping through all the memories like a scrapbook or something, I just kept reflecting on how our guys put in so much work together. Our locker room gave college vibes. You know what I mean? It wasn't like your typical locker room. Everybody's so close. Everybody hangs out. I think about how close I got with Ayuk when he first came in as a rookie, back when he wasn't talking to nobody. I knew JJ a little bit from college, and then younger guys like Ricky and Jacob that I built relationships with, who are close as hell to me to this day. It's not as easy as people think. After I talked with Kyle, I talked to John, and he understood where I was coming from and gave me his perspective on everything. He called me and gave me permission to seek a trade, and we talked about why we thought it was a good move for both of us. And listen, for John and Kyle to send me to a team in the NFC that was almost a Super Bowl contender, it shows you the type of love and relationship that we have. I know at the end of the day, they didn't have to do that, so it's not a lick of bad blood when it comes to me and that organization. It's always love. Now I'm continuing. It's funny, the way he was describing that San Fran locker room sounded a lot like what Washington had last year. I'm back to reading. We off to a new start now. DC, we coming. I think this is one of the best possible fits for me where I could go in and help a team. Honestly, when my agent asked me where I wanted to go, this was one of the teams at the top of my list. I started watching Jaden because of IU. That's like his best friend. We used to chill, watch LSU games, and I knew he was going to be a stud. I've got some connections already with the coaching staff. Definitely ready to work with Terry for sure because we came in the league at the same time. I've heard how hard he grinds. I'm just ready to match the energy and get to it. Bleep, I got a feeling this season is about to be one of them ones.
Mm-hmm. He's going to bring some fire.
It's pretty exciting, man.
You know, he's going to bring some fire. And the thing about it, and leadership comes in different ways. And, you know, you got guys like Terry who just does his work. Get in his ear back and go to work. Jaden does the same thing. Also, you have those people like a Debo that they work, but they bring a little bit of brashness with it. And nothing is wrong with either way. But you got to let the people be who they are. And as long as their goal is to be the best at the end, all that matters.
I got this tweet. So I tweeted that story out. You can read the whole thing in the Players Tribune. Mean Keen 13 replied to me. Washington on preferred destination list for players now. I might cry. And it was something that we heard about, right? That, hey, you know.
It used to be on preferred destination because they knew they'd get paid.
Right.
Now they want to play with people. And that could get you paid too.
Think about what they're getting in Debo, a guy that's clearly excited about coming here, clearly excited about playing for Jaden. I imagine, don't know, but imagine Kyle Shanahan said some really good things about Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
I would also imagine there's some members beyond Adam Peters of the coaching staff that were in San Fran that Debo probably has relationships with. There's this thing is in so deep that there is obviously a real relationship. And I don't know. I feel like for Commanders fans, hearing that description kind of gives you a little bit of chills.
Yeah.
Like Jeff, when you hear Debo talk like that, man.
Jeff had a teardrop.
I was excited, man. And even just seeing his workout video yesterday that was circling around the internet, and everyone's like, man, we never seen Debo, work that hard. In my heart, I'm just like, yo, people want to come to Washington and they want to work hard when they come to Washington. This is not just a retirement check for these people now.
Totally, man. Because I think you recognize if you're coming here, you're going to get pushed.
Yeah.
I like
that's definitely
this ain't vacation. And everybody's getting pushed in the same direction with the same goal of winning titles. That's
the whole thing about it, man.
It's a remarkable feeling.